TLC 2K or 2K TLC 2019. I guess I gotta say 2K19. Um, Not a bad show, but not an excellent show. Um, Opening match. Well, Elias and I missed the kickoff. I guess Elias and Bobby Lashley was on the kickoff. Uh, Figured that would make the main card, and they put the mixed match challenge. No big deal. I'm sure it wasn't amazing, but who knows? But I know Bobby won. I thought Elias would win, but why would I? I don't know. I think Elias is never going to do anything great in WWE. I think he has the potential to be one of the top stars. He has the charisma, the dedication to the character. We'll see. Um, Mixed match challenge. By the way, spoiler. Mixed match challenge. Carmella and R-Truth against Alicia Fox and Jinder Mahal. Uh, wasn't too bad, um, but it was kept short. So I guess I was more entertained than I would have thought because I gave the mixed match challenge zero energy. Better than I thought. I'd give it 1.3 stars. Um, what match followed that? Anyways, can't remember. But we'll talk about the matches that I did remember. Um, I thought Drew McIntyre and Finn was good. Not great, but good. I thought McIntyre should have won. I thought even when Ziggler came in, he should have gave like just what he did. He gave Ziggler that boot. I think he should have went in and hit the Claymore for the pin. I think that would have put him over big. He just had a run in and he still went over. But I guess the real storyline is going to be him and Dolph, which McIntyre should come out on top. But we'll see with WWE's booking. Uh, Ray and Orton was. I think I took Ray, but I said there's a possibility Orton could win. Uh, it was brutal. It was probably the most physical match on the card. I did fall asleep a bit in the last match, so I got to rewatch that. Um, it was physical, uh, but it was good. I thought it was the best match on the card up until that time. Um, oh yeah, the table match, Ruby Riott and Natalia. I thought was pretty good. I'm not big on Natalia. I think she botches a bit. Um, but you know she's a veteran, and Ruby's pretty good in the ring. Ruby can sell. Ruby didn't do a lot of offense in her matches, but she can certainly sell. And loved the table spot with the first girl she put through, and then Sarah Logan. She body slammed her through. I thought Ruby would win. She's not gonna put all three through, but then I'm like, well, then Natalia won, and I'm like, well, I guess that gives her the happy ending with the stuff with the dad, and WWE may be a morally corrupt shit company, but they're not that bad that they were going to have Natty lose. So Natty went over, and I think her beating the three members of the Wyatt squad, because that's what she did, that should put her up as a number one contender. And they may have been building to Ronda and Natty for quite some time. We'll see if that happens. I don't know if it will or not. Um, Intercontinental title match. What a bore. I felt like the angle didn't fit the storyline. I thought it should have been more of a brawl and a fight. Seth and Dean are veterans. They're not the bookers, but they should know this. It should have been a slobber knocker, as JR would have called it. It was long. It was really no interesting spots. Simple finish. Dean won clean, if I'm not mistaken, um, and the crowd was not into it, and neither was I. Worst match, was it the worst match on the card? I don't know, but I thought it sucked. Uh, Nia Jax versus Ronda Rousey. Thought it was a good match. I don't know if it was better than their first, but WWE books Nia Jax very dominant when she's in the ring with Rousey, more than anybody on the roster, for that matter. And I thought it was pretty good. You know, no fuck ups, not too long, and the crowd was into it. Uh, Ronda won, as we all knew. Um, Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. I thought it was the best match on the card. I really did. I, I'm not a fan of roll up of deaths, but it was fine. The only guy that could do a roll up of death right was Bret Hart because it fit in the narrative of the storytelling he did. Um, but I liked it. I liked the offense. I liked when AJ applied that Craft Crusher, it looked brutal. I liked Daniel Bryan's slow pace, and I mentioned that Dean and Seth were slow, but they did nothing with it because they never moved the pace any faster. I felt it would slow down shortly after. Um, but thought Dean and Bryan was the best match on the card. Good job, guys. And the women's triple threat. I did fall asleep twice because I woke up and put it back on, and then I did catch more. I'm gonna rewatch it. But what I seen, it was all right. It was all right. I don't know if it was the show stiller. I haven't seen the match in its entirety, and I'm probably gonna go watch it right after this, right after I play a match. Um, but what I saw, I liked. I felt the girls were supposed to. When Ronda pushed him off the ladder at the end, because she does a run in, she ran in and pushed Natty, or not Natty, Charlotte and Becky off the ladder. I thought they were supposed to go through that table, and those girls said hell no, and I'm not going to knock them for it because that ladder wasn't far enough. But there was a table off to the side if you paid attention, and I was like, well, that table looks a little too far. Well, maybe they'll jump off the ladder as they're falling, but that seems a bit risky for females. I'm sorry, they don't have the muscles or the size of the men. Let's be honest. Um, but they worked hard, from what I saw, as they always do. I think Charlotte is and maybe the most consistent worker in the WWE. Um, and when you're in the ring with Charlotte, you could say, "Oh, I like Sasha, I like Becky, I like." Charlotte gives birth to them because Charlotte gives them the best run of their career. Now they may not necessarily be Charlotte's best match of her career, but I think Charlotte is best worker on the main roster on a consistency. I'm not saying she goes out and has a 5-star match because Seth Rollins might have a 5-star match one night, and then he might have a shitfest match like tonight. Um, it happens very often with Seth. Uh, Dean's another one that will do that. But oh yeah, we missed the Usos triple threat match. That was a very good match with the bar going over. I thought the Usos might have won. I don't think it mattered who'd won because you could put the belt on any of those teams anytime. But that was the show. They announced Vince McMahon for Raw tonight. I guess that's going to. I guess they're going for ratings, and he veils to shake things up. Another match was Strowman versus Corbin. Corbin comes out. Does he cut a promo? I don't remember, but he tells the referee count to 10. Braun's music hits. Braun walks out with his arm as a sling. Stands in the apron. He grabs a mic and he says, "Don't forget a TLC match is no disqualification. And, you know, all the various, oh, by the way, Heath Slater's the referee. All these various faces are start surrounding the ring. I remember Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, Finn Balor, who fought, I believe, in the next match, um, and Ua Nation. Help me out. Ua Nation. Uh, they came out. They all had chairs, and they put the beat down on Corbin. Or no. Corbin ran into the ring after trying to run out of the ring, and he tells the referee do something. Referee takes off his shirt and starts kicking his ass. And the baby faces storm the ring, hit him with chairs. Corbin gets out. He's going to make his way out. Kurt Angle's music hits. He gets back into the ring. The faces beat up him a little more. They get him up, and Angle slams him. That gives him the Angle slam. Then Strowman pins him. Wasn't really a match. That's a 1-star or no star, but it was entertaining, and it was what the fans wanted to see. Uh, Overall, the pay-per-view, I would have given it a C+. I thought most of the matches were good. And I don't think, now I might have been harsh when I said Seth and Dean was shit. I wouldn't call it shit, but it was nowhere near what it should have been. Not even close. And it was booked too long. The crowd went against it. I don't know who the hell they were going for. They were booing. They were booing some of Seth's offense, and it wasn't like a Roman Reigns boo where they're rejecting it. They just rejected the match because Seth's the most over babyface on the main roster. We'll see if this carries over, if they start turning on Seth now. We'll see. Next pay-per-view, Royal Rumble. Seth or Truth and Carmella are number 30, and they're obviously going to win the Rumble. We all know this. Just kidding. Who's going to win the Rumble? And we have Brock versus Strowman announced, and I don't see Strowman winning the title from Brock. I see Brock headlining Mania this year. Against the Seth or a Rock, so I'm taking Seth to win the Rumble. And Seth will not go over at Mania, but that's a long ways. Things could change. I can change my perspective. But overall, I give it a C+. Thought most of the matches were watchable, good. Some were long, and it was a long night, no doubt. I think they could have put some of the top matches at the start of the card to balance the card a bit, because by the time I saw Daniel Bryan's match, or after, I wanted, well, my other half wanted to cut it off. They said, too much wrestling. And I could agree. They got to pace out these matches a little better. But I thought the chair match should have been Dean and Seth. That way it would have been more of a fight, had a more brutality. I don't think Randy and Ray needed a chair. Not that it was bad. Like I said, it was the most physical match I saw. But that's my feelings. Got a lot of matches wrong. WWE, they tricked me, and they might have tricked some other people, because, you know, I went on YouTube, and a lot of people kind of thought what I thought. They thought Seth would win. Some thought Randy. The Usos or New Day or Bar, you know, pick one. But we all knew Strowman was going to win. We knew Ronda Rousey was going to win. Asuka, did I say Asuka won? Great, Asuka won. So just look at the opportunity WWE dropped on Asuka, and hopefully they can rebuild her back to what she was. Now, she'll never be the undefeated Empress of Tomorrow, but she can still be the Empress of Tomorrow, and they can build something, maybe to a Ronda Rousey versus Asuka feud. But I thought Asuka should have remained undefeated until Evolution as the women's champ and faced Rousey at that card. But, you know, Nikki got it. And I know a lot of us aren't Bella fans, but I know why they had Nikki Bella headline Evolution. She has more Instagram and Twitter followers than any superstar in the WWE. And they do have an ability to bring in non-wrestling fans. But I would have liked to see Asuka versus Rousey. But that's a long times ago. Anyways, let's play. Who am I wanting? Guess we'll go Ray. No, I did redo Ray's moveset. They screwed his shit up more than anybody. Maybe he does the Dragorana in New Japan. I didn't watch a match with Ray on New Japan. I'm assuming he didn't, because he's 30-something. Oh, by the way, when Ray did that senton on the chair, he was on the apron, ran off the apron, and did a running senton like this, and missed fucking Randy Orton and hit the chair. That looked like that fucking hurt. He might be injured. He did some cool shit. He did his running move where he puts you on the ground on the outside, runs through the ropes and slides on you and hits the body splash, holding the chair. I thought Ray could have done a little more creative stuff, but he was creative. Now to think, I kind of want to watch Corbin versus Listo, because they had a title match at TLC, and I remember that being one of the better matches on that card. Well, I don't know about on that card, but definitely in Corbin's career.
Here we go with this huge triple threat match. Oh, clothesline! Boom, what impact! Nailed it!
What a coward.
Beautiful technique. Oh, damage to the body.
These 100s don't
Back
even
in the
get
ring
in the
now.
ring. It's pathetic. Come on, Edge. Force him in the ring.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
Force him in the ring. That means get in the ring and pin.
At 2016's Clash of Champions, it was another classic triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship. It was Bayley versus the Boss, Sasha Banks, versus the champion, Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, this
The
guy
match
sucks.
started
He's not
out more
gonna
like
do
a
one
singles
wrestling
match between the Boss and the Queen. Bayley learned very quickly it was every woman for herself.
Stop. You can stop me all day.
The triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship was another example of the incredible competition between the female superstars of WWE. Charlotte was physically dominant and fighting off the challenges of Bayley and Sasha Banks. At one point, the Queen even landed a moonsault on. Here he goes.
There's no way he's giving up now. Oh my gosh.
What a strike. Right on the mark.
This guy's trash.
The Money in the Bank match and contract have been associated with some of the most thrilling moments in WWE history. It's important to remember that it began with the first Mr. Money in the Bank, and that was Edge, after he won the first ever Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 21.
And Edge is begging him to bring it here. The Money in the Bank match at WrestleMania 21 was something very different when it debuted in 2005. Edge is known as a master of ladder matches. He was the odds-on favorite. The Rated R superstar made sure that contract led him to championship gold.
Edge set a standard when he won the first Money in the Bank match at WrestleMania 21. But I don't think anyone could have anticipated just how sought after the Money in the Bank contract would become.
He stalked in his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
Whoa!
When this guy's on, look out.
Hooked him. DDT.
Look at this. That's not what he had planned.
I would hope not, Michael.
Oh, Bulldog.
One-handed.
In a career filled with highlights, one of Rey Mysterio's shining moments, Byron, would have to be his victory in the 2006 Royal Rumble match.
I'd co-sign that statement for sure, Michael, especially when you consider Mysterio entered that match in the number 2 position. Talk about beating the odds. Well, I guess that shouldn't surprise us. Mysterio has had a long history of beating the odds. Oh boy, he is rolling.
The thing about Mysterio's Royal Rumble match victory that you guys mentioned is not only did he come in at number 2, but he also had to last more than an hour just to be the last man standing.
And even more impressive is the list of superstars Mysterio eliminated, highlighted, of course, by Triple H, and the man he eliminated last to win the whole thing, Randy Orton. And Rey Mysterio says, not this time.
He connects. There's no reason to lose your footing on a move like that. Come on, toughen up.
It's always important to get off to a strong start in a match. It's even more important to do that in a triple threat match, given that you're going up against 2 opponents at the same time. Add to that the no disqualification stipulation, and there's little to no room for error. One mistake, and it can cost you a lot more than winning the match.
Byron, you spoke about this before. A competitor must do
out of
everything
the
they
ring
can
long
do to
before
start
the
things
damn
off on the right
sledgehammer.
foot in a triple threat match. One way to do that is to target one of your opponents and go after them as soon as the bell rings. You're battling 2 opponents at the same time, so it's hunt or be hunted.
And that's what I like, Michael. It's survival of the fittest in that ring. In a triple threat, a superstar can't waste time feeling opponents out, getting warmed up, or easing their way into the match. You have to go at it as soon as the match begins.
After decades in the sports entertainment business, I feel like we know Rey Mysterio fairly well. But Corey, there's still that element of mystery when it comes to Rey, isn't there?
Yeah, that's because that mask he wears, Cole. I'm telling you, he's hiding something from us. I just know it. Why else would he wear that mask?
Byron should wear one.
Agreed.
Hey.
This is it.
Oh, right in the face. Destroyed.
That should do it. The night could be over for Rey Mysterio.
Here's the cover. Edge looking to go Skyborn. The cover, and this one's history. What a win.
Fuckers do 4 minutes and get a finisher. That fucking garbage. Oh, that might suck. Let's see. Yeah, I can hit him in the ropes. I did 6-1 end. Yep. I gave him a bunch of 6-1 ends. I didn't think I wasn't even looking if he had that yet. He's gonna kick my ass now. Well, I actually reverted. Did I not give Bray the Bulldog? Oh, he has Bulldog. Not a fan of his moveset. Can he lift him? Yes, he can. Now he has a.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention, and it's important to remember amidst the chaos of a triple threat match, that victory can be achieved in many different ways, and that it's every man for himself.
Yeah, right. Look how it's into.
Ooh, nasty impact.
I don't like the look in his eye here, folks.
Come on, damn it. Targeting.
Set him up. Ooh.
What a strike.
Harsh impact. Really targeting the back on that one.
Oh, the old head scissor. Showing no signs of defense here, guys.
Absolutely helpless.
This might be it.
Oh, my.
Okay.
Bang!
Good move.
You gotta believe this one's over. Drop kick.
Oh, great height.
Wow, Edge just timed that perfectly.
Slammed with authority.
Edge showing signs of slowing down. He's still got plenty of gas left in his tank, though.
I hate to say it, but if he doesn't change his game plan soon,
Oh,
these
come
two
on.
guys are going to
I
tear
couldn't
him
grab
limb
him.
from
Get
limb.
out of
I
here.
know it's early, but he has to do everything in his power not to let this get out of hand.
Oh, an elbow drop.
Going all the way up. Look at this. Now with complete control.
Oh, that was a long way down.
Watch this here. Big move coming. He has something big planned. He's in big trouble. He's in control. He's in full control now. This could be huge. What a strike.
In February of 2017, SmackDown Live was lit thanks to an epic triple threat match for the WWE Championship. Champion Bray Wyatt defended the title against former champions John Cena and AJ Styles. This battle overflowed with mayhem before the match even got underway, thanks to Luke Harper attacking his former leader, Bray Wyatt.
It's not often that the WWE Championship is incapacitated before a title defense. John Cena and AJ Styles rekindled the rivalry with a renewed... Rey Mysterio looking for something big. Here we go. What a frog splash.
There is no coming back from that one.
Edge is starting to move slow. His hopes of winning this match appear to be dwindling in a hurry.
Given what he's gone through in his match so far, I wouldn't be surprised to see one of these guys pluck him off here.
Don't write him off just yet, guys. From what I see, these guys are pretty evenly matched at this point.
Edge has been called the ultimate opportunist, and it's a nickname he's earned by using some unique methods to earn titles in main event matches.
You say unique, I say innovative. Edge was the first Money in the Bank winner, and he picked the best possible time to cash in. If not for him, we'd have folks going the John Cena route and declaring their cash in ahead of time.
The both of you brought up Edge as the ultimate opportunist, and that Money in the Bank cash-in was just the tip of the iceberg. In the 6 years after that, Edge bent the rules to extreme lengths to get ahead.
All's fair in love and wrestling, Saxton. We've seen Edge win another man's Money in the Bank briefcase, make a surprise Royal Rumble entry, enter 2 elimination chambers in the same night, even dated Vicky Guerrero to get preferential treatment back when she ran SmackDown. It's brilliant.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Elbow drop!
Right to the heart.
Guys, we've seen superstars blessed with all sorts of nicknames over the years, but I don't think there's one more fitting than Rey Mysterio being recognized as the ultimate underdog.
I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
Nobody ever said Edge doesn't put on a show out there.
An amazing match so far, guys, but it looks to me like we're possibly nearing the end here.
Get your ass in the ring.
I don't know how these superstars are doing it right now. They've got to be exhausted.
Jaw-shattering boot.
Nice.
This has been a war.
Edge, execution. Here's his moment, Michael. Edge looking to attack from the top.
Hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him.
Oof.
This is devastating.
The longer this fight goes on, the more wear and tear on each competitor. Who is going to have enough to pick up the win?
Outrageous athleticism on the Hurricanrana.
Ooh, what impact. Bringing it back into the ring.
Ooh,
What an uppercut. Drop kick to the knee.
Ugh.
Given what we've seen so far, it's almost too bad that 2 of these superstars will walk out of here as losers.
Great agility.
Cover here. 1. Nice job getting out of the way of that one. What grace. Float over into the...
Looks to me like these superstars are running on fumes right about now. Devastating elbow.
This might be it.
Oh, my.
Nice.
And no luck against Edge there.
I think Edge is done playing. You're not going to win many matches absorbing punishment like that.
I can't help but be impressed by these three superstars, guys. This has been absolutely intense.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
And Rey Mysterio says, not this time.
What a slam!
Impactful. Will jar your spine.
And a test here for Edge. He has to formulate a plan quickly to get things going. There's a very real chance he might not be able to recover from this here in this triple threat match.
This is all but over.
Guys, you can tell he's drained, but I guarantee you that won't stop him from doing everything he can to win this thing.
Harsh impact. Wow, what a gritty performance. Rey Mysterio's rolling now.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
Oh, this is dangerous right here. Looking for the exclamation point.
Big boot. Really a back suplex.
These superstars have spear.
Game, set, match. This one is...
There's a pin now. 1, 2, 3. The pinfall and the victory. The Demon Kane seems to become more dangerous as the number of opponents increase. The two men in the ring right now may want to consider combining their strength to have any chance at all.
So much damage inflicted.
Little pussy. Okay, cool. This might be a nice one. Dang on, 88. That would be high.
The contest will be fought under traditional WWE triple threat rules. Well, that was an oxymoron. There's nothing traditional about a triple threat match.
It's always important to get off to a strong start in a match. It's even more important to do that in a triple threat match, given that you're going up against two opponents at the same time. Add to that the no disqualification stipulation, and there's little to no room for error. One mistake, and it can cost you a lot more than winning the match.
Oh, what incredible power! Wow, what a vertical suplex!
Byron, you spoke about this before. A competitor must do everything they can do to start things off on the right foot in a triple threat match. One way to do that is to target one of your opponents and go after them as soon as the bell rings. You're battling two opponents at the same time, so it's hunt or be hunted.
And that's what I like, Michael. It's survival of the fittest in that ring. In a triple threat, a superstar can't waste time feeling opponents out, getting warmed up, or easing their way into the match. You have to go at it as soon as the match begins.
Looks like he's starting to sweat now. But things can change in an instant in a triple threat match.
He's got to be careful here. While he hasn't absorbed too much punishment yet, triple threat matches have a way of getting out of hand very quickly.
This is all part of the process, guys. He knew he would take on some offense here tonight. He just has to make sure he keeps it to a minimum. The superstar always needs to be ready to be attacked by both opponents in a triple threat match. Circumstances create interesting alliances, and the numbers game can become your worst enemy in a hurry when you're competing against two other opponents. No matter how you look at it, it's a situation you don't want to be in, but you must be careful.
Bad move there.
I don't know what made him think that was a good idea.
A competitor must be ready for the possibility that they'll fall victim to a 2-on-1 attack on a triple threat match. A great example of that was the triple threat match on SmackDown Live between AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, and Baron Corbin. No one thought that Ziggler and Styles would work together to perform a double dive off the barricade that put Corbin through the Spanish announce table.
And that's exactly what a superstar always needs to have in the back of their mind. That at some point, their two opponents will most likely join together and take them out. It's one of many occupational hazards that come with competing in a triple threat match.
Some superstars who have competed in a triple threat match feel it's a good idea to have both a finishing move that brings you to a pinfall attempt on your opponent and a submission move that can make your opponent tap out. Given the chaotic and unpredictable nature of a triple threat, that sounds like
Shoulders on the mat. Oh, kick out.
Way too early.
Byron, before you mention the strategy some superstars have implemented for competing in a triple threat match, and that includes having a finishing maneuver to put someone away for the 1, 2, 3, and a submission to make them tap out. There are many superstars in WWE who can do just that, which makes them even more dangerous to opponents.
oh no, we're gonna see it!
Oh, tear the features clean off your face.
There is no coming back from that one.
That's it. Nakamura just ended it.
He's
Right to the face. This could be it.
digging deep for a kick out.
Very nice.
Ooh, what impact. What Shinsuke Nakamura putting together here. I don't think there's any coming back from this type of assault.
I think this one's over.
There can be so many combustible elements in a triple threat match. A superstar must keep in mind the no count-out stipulation can mean that the match is going to be fought in every possible location. All that matters is when it's time to go for a pinfall or submission, the participants have to be in the ring.
We've witnessed on a number of occasions the personal issues between competitors forcing the match to overflow into the crowd, up the ramp, or in the locker room. In a triple threat, there are no countouts and no disqualifications, so it's essential for the superstar to remain composed enough to remember that the match must end in the ring.
Facts like that are not always easy to remember when a superstar is so focused on destroying their opponents. In a triple threat match, a competitor must take advantage of the no countout and no disqualification stipulations. They must also remind themselves that when it's time to put someone away, it must take place in the ring, not on the outside.
Here it comes, Corey.
Here we go.
Kinshasa! Here's his moment, Michael.
Shinsuke Nakamura is rolling.
Kinshasa! Oh, man. But he's running on fumes here. Does he have enough left in him to capitalize? Oh, boy, he is rolling. You gotta believe this one's over. Look at this.
Ooh, we've seen this before.
Finds it.
Oh, it's over. The night could be over for Rey Mysterio.
Oh, nasty impact.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. Not today.
Beautiful technique.
Shinsuke Nakamura beginning to breathe a little heavy now. This match is definitely testing his mettle, guys.
This triple threat match really seems to be getting the best of him here, guys. I don't like his chances.
Yeah, but the good news is that he still appears to be in better condition than his opposition right now.
He's lining him up.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, if he hits this, the match is over.
What a strike. He has him right where he wants him.
He's looking shaky. This could be the end.
He goes for the cover. An amazing match so far, guys, but it looks to me like we're possibly nearing the end here.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Boom, what impact.
He's teetering on the edge here.
Nailed it. He's bringing it back inside the ring now. This has been a battle. Here we go. Kinshasa! That's what he could do it here. And an early kick out in this unusual matchup.
Wow, I am impressed.
Oh, he turns it around. Boom! A knee right to the face.
Brutal knee right to the face.
No, he reverses it.
Woo-wee.
These athletes seem to have tried everything in their playbook. Oh, there's more in their arsenal, I promise you that. I don't know what it is, but they'll find it. Shoulders on the mat. 2, 3. Oh, it's over. What a triple threat match.